outline a vision of a financial future. A world where value moves freely across borders, where money flows can be composed no different.
Have no fear, Bullzilla is here. And boy, have I been down the Ondo rabbit hole. Guys, the rabbit hole runs a lot deeper with Ondo and Zebec than you think. Yesterday, we uncovered the Ondo CEO was at CoinDesk Consensus talking. So I did a little research on the Ondo CEO here, and I actually uncovered some interesting things. Now, if you go to Nathan, who is the CEO of Ondo Finance, and then once you go to his page, then you go down and I found this. Ondo Finance is proud to be the leading real-world provider on Solana, with 2 live offerings exceeding 250 million in total value locked. Solana challenge.
Over $28 trillion is locked in US Treasury notes, yet most of the value has never touched a blockchain. But that's changing fast. Today, a new digital asset class is emerging, not just stable, but yield generating. It's called the yield coin. For decades, treasuries have been the go-to for capital preservation, but they lived in a world of banks, brokers, and clearinghouses. Until now. Through tokenization, US Treasuries are being brought on-chain and transformed into yield coins. Take Ondo Finance's USDY as an example. It's backed by into yield coins. Take Ondo Finance's USDY as an example. Take Ondo Finance's USDY as an example. Ondo Finance's USDY as an example. It's backed by US government debt and earns yield automatically, reflected in the token itself. This means investors can now hold real-world income-producing assets directly in their wallets. No banks, no middlemen. Unlike stablecoins, which are pegged to stay flat, yield coins track the actual value of the underlying asset, interest and all. And with Solana's low-cost, high-speed network, yield coins are already low-cost, high-speed network, interest and all. And with Solana's low-cost, high-speed network, yield coins are already in use. Traders are using them as DeFi collateral. Merchants are starting to accept them, and liquidity providers are earning with them. It's part of a bigger shift. Real-world assets are going digital. It's part of a bigger shift. It's part of a bigger shift. Real-world assets are going digital, and advisors need to be ahead of it. Yield coins aren't a one-size-fits-all solution. Even though they live on-chain, they're still tied to traditional financial forces, like interest rate changes and macroeconomic shifts. So, their price, unlike stablecoins, will not stay at $1.
Instead, the value of a yield coin will change to reflect the accrued yields over time.
However, tokenization is opening access to the assets once reserved for institutions, and for forward-thinking advisors, assets once reserved for institutions, and for assets once reserved for institutions. And for forward-thinking advisors and investors, yield coins aren't just a trend, they're a new tool in the portfolio toolkit. Follow Solana for more insights on how tokenized assets are reshaping the future of finance.
Tokenized assets are reshaping the future. And Ondo chain is the future of payroll. And guys, we've uncovered recently the relationship with Ondo and Zebec. Ondo Finance is proud to be the leading real-world asset provider on Solana, with 2 live offerings, USDY, and we talked about USDY Zebec relationship on the previous video. Time for your Zebec update. I am not a financial advisor. I just happen to be extremely bullish on Zebec, and this is for entertainment purposes only. JP Morgan, Ondo Finance, and Chainlink are also teaming up to connect bank settlement infrastructure on Ondo chain. That's amazing right there. Also, on Nathan's page, he says 1 billion is big, but what are we building for is a 62,000x bigger. We're only down here, and this is where we're going. Do you realize how many lives are going to change on this journey? Do you realize watching this channel every single day, smashing that thumbs up, hitting that subscribe, commenting on this channel, puts you on the same frequency on that journey? We're on the journey together to crypto retirement, Ondo, Zebec, and I'm telling you, the momentum behind tokenized assets is now impossible to ignore, prompting the US Treasury to weigh in. And the latest report, the department outlined how stablecoins could 8x to 2 trillion by 2028. We're just talking stable coins, not even talking digital currencies like Zebec. Reshaping the global demand in short-term treasuries. Stable coins witness massive growth in response to market and regulatory breakthroughs. Woo, we're on fire. New era for real-world asset begins on Solana. Today we're experiencing our first time the biggest bridge solution for tokenized real-world assets on Solana. Now here's the thing about tokenizing real-world assets. No matter what company you tie to or how you do it, we're going to move money. But there's always employees being needed paid. And that's going to bring in Zebec. Zebec will be in that smart stack. Now USDY, the world's leading tokenized treasury asset. Woo, I love the way that sounds. Now USDY, the world's leading tokenized treasury asset, can seamlessly move between EVM, which is Ethereum virtual machine, and Solana ecosystem. That's because it's time to funnel some of that massive liquidity from Ethereum over to Solana. The Ondo Finance team is in DC meeting with the SEC Crypto Task Force to discuss tokenization and the future of digital asset. And do not forget to tell them about the future of Payroll, which is Zebec. Ondo Finance is proud to be the leading real-world asset provider on Solana. That's interesting there. And 9 days, 1,000 new Zebec wallets. 1,000 new Zebec wallets. ZBCN. And shout out to Angelica with that post right there. 9 days, 1,200 new Zebec wallets. Guess what else? Jetpack is back. Zebec Network and Circle have significant partnership focused on integrating blockchain technology into the financial service, particularly for real-time payment and payroll solution. We uncovered this and highlighted this. USDC powers Zebec payroll card and payment. That's huge. That's huge. Circle Payment Network, a new standard for global payments, is almost here. Global Payment Network, Zebec, Circle. That's kind of interesting one there. And guess what? Zebec is a certified member of the Circle Alliance. How big is that? How big is that? There was actually one more clip in here I think that Jetpack had I wanted to show you. Was it up here? But also, as you guys, this is the Hivemapper one. During their pilot with Zebec integrating decentralized infrastructure solution, they partnered with Hivemapper, a decentralized global mapping network, help build real-world applications like mapping and payments. Interesting. Really good video here. Let's see what we got. Jetpack is a legend. Link in the description for Jetpack.
1.5 billion
Follow Jetpack.
cars all over the world utilize maps. You get into a car, what's the first thing you need in most cases is a map. And I always felt like if there was a way to build maps but do it in a much more kind of crowdsourced way, then you actually had something that was incredibly interesting.
Only possible on Solana. You guys know I issued a 10 Solana challenge, 10 for 100. It's now 180 per soul.
My name's Ariel Seidman. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Hivemapper. So Hivemapper is building a global map. And the way that we're doing that is quite simple. So you buy this dash cam, you install the dash cam on your car. It is collecting all of this imagery, all this location data. And as we're mapping here, the Solana blockchain is supporting our ability to ensure that this is being done correctly and being done in a way that is equitable to everybody who's participating. There's all these cars every single day that are driving around. If you put a little camera on them, we reward you in our honey token. It's a reward mechanism saying like, look, you put in this effort, right, to build this map, to contribute and collect this data. Here's your reward for it. When people think of Hivemapper today,
wow,
they think of the Hivemapper dash cam, right? The device, it is the eyes kind of, just driving down a street and it's like, okay, what do I see? Okay, and then what do I see needs to be translated, right, into little bits of information that make up an actual map. And then we have these map AI trainers. And so the map AI trainers, they can be sitting anywhere in the world behind a computer and they're training the AI. AI says, hey, I think this is a 35 per hour speed limit sign. and it's located here, right? Is that correct or not? And by training it, we're actually improving it. And those people, by the way, are also rewarded in honey tokens.
Wow. Be rewarded in honey tokens? That sounds amazing to me. Also, guys, do not forget to smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. And one of the main reasons I wanted to get this video up is because in about 3 minutes, Team Green, aka Steak and Bake, will be live on Space. So I wanted to highlight that space. I'm about to be in that space, and I like to see a lot of y'all in the space today. Also, set your reminder for the upcoming space. This is about to, I believe it may be already live as we speak. So I'm gonna give you
dealing with some of the bigger projects in the game. I'm talking about he is taking
I'm
on
gonna
such a
give you
responsibility in this community.
I'm gonna give you the link to this in the link into this space below. Make sure you guys join us after the video. Smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe.
Network to bring the community in us and show the community how powerful we can be together, just how powerful music is, how powerful entertainment can be, especially when it comes to talking about bringing exposure to the XRPL. So yeah, don't I got my portion now, has his portion, and Jimmy has his. So right now today, Jimmy and I both have been celebrating them to the top levels of our voices for working so hard, for being so giving, for being so selfless. I'm talking about putting his mind, his body, everything on the line to.
This is right here in IRL, man. Now is literally signing projects, bro. So, yo, shout out to Now. He handpicks all his projects and his people that he chooses to collaborate with. So, yeah, the fact that you get a DM back from Now, man, you should take that with the most highest honor, bro. So, yo, shout out to Now, shout out to Rob, shout out to Fitzy. Yo, shout out to the whole IMU, bro. Y'all literally going to put us on the map. Thank you.
So
I
much.
can't agree more. Go ahead, Rob.
It's just it's sometimes, man. We all talk about it, man. It's often overwhelming to receive so much interest and so much respect from so many people who don't even know you, but believe they can see, like you said, based off of the actions. And we really do work hard, and to have it acknowledged, because you don't want to be the one blowing your own trumpet, right? You want to just be if you got a trumpet, you want to play a part of the orchestra, and if you did a solo. That's because it's designed for you to have a solo, right? But everybody deserves to have a solo, and everybody needs to be acknowledged in the orchestra. So to be is a special. It's extremely special, especially when you start talking about finances. Because the protectors aren't free, right? And there's so many people that have said, yeah, I believe in that project. I do believe in the founders. I believe what they're doing, the transparency and everything that they're doing. Yeah, I don't have a problem going out and grabbing one of those protectors, especially when the utility is so incredible. I mean, and I think the most incredible utility to me, this is my personal opinion. The biggest utility of being a protector is being a part of the community. Everything else is secondary.
Yeah, with that being said, if you guys are not part of the community, you're missing out big time on royalties, on, just being involved with the artists, learning about them, watching them perform live. Last night was a beautiful concert that they put on, and they do it once a month, if I'm not wrong, right, Rob?
Yep, that's correct. Once a month.
Once a month they're doing it, and those protectors get you, it's like your ticket. Each and every month you get to go ahead and tap in, you watch it live. It's got the comment section. If you're loving the artist that you're watching, they even have a little tip section that you could go ahead and tip the artist. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man. Everything you guys are doing, Niall put his work in, built a game into it as well. So like, go check out, tap on Rob Nichols, PFP, Niall. They've got all the sites, all the URLs for you to tap into. Very easy, very user friendly to go ahead and navigate through. Nothing's like super complicated or anything like that. These guys are really